Today, we're going to peel back the layers of a classic fairy tale, The Seven Poor Sisters. Now, on the surface, it seems like a pretty straightforward story. But when you really dig in, you find this incredibly powerful look at jealousy, survival, and the really tough choice between revenge and forgiveness.
And the whole story really boils down to one central, powerful question. What on earth could be strong enough to twist the love between sisters into actual, genuine hatred?
Okay, so let's set the scene. Our story kicks off with a simple farmer, his wife, and their 6 daughters. And everything seems pretty good. They're a happy, close-knit family, just living their life. But that peace, it's about to be completely shattered. The source of all this trouble? The birth of their 7th daughter, Hafsa. She's described as being as beautiful as sunshine itself, and she immediately becomes the absolute center of her parents' universe. But for her 6 older sisters, this isn't a happy occasion. To them, it feels like a betrayal. It feels like the moment they were replaced.
And this is where it all starts to go wrong. It all comes down to one single, powerful emotion, jealousy. And we're not just talking about a little bit of sibling rivalry here. This is a deep, toxic jealousy that starts to grow and fester in the sisters' hearts. It's the one thing that kicks off all the darkness that's about to come.
So this resentment, it doesn't just go away. Oh no, it gets worse. By the time little Hafsa is 5 years old, her sister's jealousy has turned into a cold, cruel, calculated plan. They've decided they can't share their family with her anymore, and they plot to get her out of the picture, for good.
So, they cook up this plan. Hey, Hafsa, let's go on an adventure to the mountains. Sounds fun, right? But their real destination is a remote, very deep well. The kind of place where someone could just disappear.
And then the absolute unthinkable happens. They lead Hafsa to the edge of the well, and with a sudden, hard push, her own sister Amna sends her plunging down into the darkness. It's just a shocking, brutal moment of betrayal.
Can you even imagine what that must have been like for her? She's 5 years old, alone, terrified in the pitch-black cold at the bottom of a well. All she can feel is confusion. She just can't wrap her head around why the very people who were supposed to love and protect her would do something so horrible.
But just when you think it's all over for her, when all hope seems lost, the story takes this wild, unexpected turn. The very next morning, a caravan happens to stop at that exact well to get water, and they find her. Now, you'd think this is her lucky break, right? Well, not exactly. These merchants, they don't see a child who needs saving. They see a commodity. They see her beauty and realize they can sell her. So they take her to the wealthy kingdom of Nor and put a price on her head, 200 gold coins.
And this is where Hafsa, the farmer's daughter, basically vanishes. The childless queen of Nor sees her in the market, is totally captivated, buys her and brings her to the palace. She gives her a new name, Princess Nor, and just like that, her entire past, her old identity, is erased.
So you fast forward 11 years and what a change. Her transformation is incredible. The little girl who was betrayed and left for dead grows into this kind, wise, and absolutely beloved princess. The whole kingdom celebrates her on her 16th birthday.
Okay, so things have been peaceful for years. But now, Princess Nor is about to face her biggest test yet. Her adoptive mother, the queen, has this terrifying dream, a vision, a prophecy of a massive drought that's going to destroy the land.
And this is where we really see her wisdom shine. Instead of panicking, she takes this dream seriously. She gathers all her people and gives them a very clear order. Store every single grain of wheat you can find in the palace. It's a bold plan, but it just might save them all.
And man, did that plan work. When the drought finally hits, the kingdom of Nor is totally prepared. They have plenty of food and stay prosperous. But back in her old village, it's a completely different and tragic story. The drought hits them hard, their crops fail, and pretty soon, they're facing starvation.
And this is where the two parts of her life are about to crash back into each other. Desperate and starving, the 6 sisters hear these whispers about a kingdom that somehow still has food. With no other choice, they set off on a journey to the kingdom of Nor to beg for help.
And think about this shift for a second. The last time they were on a journey like this, it was all driven by jealousy. Their goal was to destroy. Now it's driven by pure, raw desperation. Their goal is just to survive. So they get to the palace, and they're brought before the princess. You can just imagine the absolute shock when they realize who it is. It's Hafsa, the little sister they left for dead. Overwhelmed with guilt, fear, and shame, their first instinct is just to fall at her feet and beg for forgiveness.
And here we are. This is it. The moment the entire story has been building towards. After all the pain, the betrayal, the lost years, it all comes down to this one profound choice. Will she choose revenge, or will she choose forgiveness?
She chooses forgiveness, and with that single act, everything is resolved. She reveals who she is, her sisters show how truly sorry they are, and this broken family is finally made whole again. They all return home, and their father just weeps with joy to see the daughter he thought he'd lost forever. So the fairy tale wraps up with a neat little bow. Forgiveness heals everything. And that's a beautiful message, right? But it kind of makes you think. In the real world, in our own lives, when you've been hurt that badly, is forgiveness always the answer? Or is it sometimes just not possible?